name is Pervez, and I've been associated with soul healing and Master Shah's teaching since almost 1.5 years, say from April of 2011 onwards. I came across soul healing in a very, very interesting manner. I was once in a bookshop, I'm telling you right from the start, and I was just browsing through books. I love reading, and I saw this book called Power of Soul. I just saw the book cover. It was so interesting. I picked it up, I leafed through it, I put it back on the shelf, and something from within told me, no, buy this book, buy this book, buy this book. So I ended up buying that book. I went back home and it was just lying on my shelf for some time. And then once I started reading it, I found it amazing, very, very interesting. And at that time I wished, oh my God, I wish I could actually meet this person who's written this book. I could learn more about soul healing. And within a couple of weeks, I would say, I received a message in my Facebook's inbox saying that Master Shah is coming to India and he's going to have a free soul healing evening. So I went and attended that, and I found it very interesting. I had lots of questions in my mind. And the next day, Master Shah was doing a one-day workshop, so I enrolled for that. And in the evening, he was offering Divine Healing Hands. So I enrolled for that, and that's how my journey continued. So, and I am now also studying to be a teacher of soul healing and a divine channel, and it's very, very interesting. I'd like to share a couple of specific examples with Divine Healing Hands. I used to have pain in my knees for quite some time because I used to practice martial arts, and then I stopped. But what happened was that as I used to give Divine Healing Hands, healing through Divine Healing Hands to different people, one day I suddenly realized I don't have pain in my knees. And I was not really specifically giving healing to my knees. And the only thing which I was doing different was using now Divine Healing Hands. So that was wonderful. Then this is another very interesting, amusing experience I'd like to share. I was having an orange once, and it was quite sour, tangy. And I said, okay, let me just try Divine Healing Hands on it. So I just did Divine Healing Hands soul blessing on the orange. I also did what is known as a say hello greeting, which is part of our 4 power techniques which Master Shah teaches. And I just requested for the sourness of the orange to be reduced. And after 2 or 3 minutes of that healing, I decided to have the next slice. And to my surprise, because a part of my mind didn't believe it could happen, the sourness had gone down considerably. There was an element of sweetness. It was much more palatable and delicious. And so the thought came to me is, hey, why not can it be completely sweet? And I just got a message, like, a telepathic message which said, well, life is sweet and life is sour, and we have to learn to accept that. But we also have within us the power to turn the sourness into the sweetness. So those are a couple of specific examples using Divine Healing Hands. And a couple more which come to mind right now are in a healing camp. I was giving healing to someone, and while giving healing to that person, it just struck me possibly the person has an issue with their heart, which they had not told me about earlier. They had just come for some healing for some vague aches and pains. So after the healing, this is what I told that person, that do you have an issue with the heart? Is there some kind of issue? Something like that, and he was so surprised, and he said yes, he did have a heart issue, and he was very, very grateful for the healing.